everyone, it's that time of the day again. It's time for our daily recap. Today is June the 2nd, 2016, and we would like to go over our trades of the day, and we will begin on our membership page. So when you sign up and you become a member, every time you sign in, this is what you see. It will say you're signed up for this uh, program, and your expiration is this date, and then you will have access to the chat room, to the previous trades that we've made, all the videos, any video lessons that we have are in here. We have an overview of the account, previous invoices, billing, and most importantly, easy to access membership cancellation button. Very easy. We think it's a very annoying factor where you have to email the company, and the company could forget, or they could just ignore it and charge you for 1 more month. This over here cancels your account immediately, and I think that's a very, very important issue. We will start off the day with AKAO. This thing was a monster for about 15 minutes at the most, and that was that. This thing showed up on our scanner. We have no history with this stock whatsoever. We don't know what they do. We don't know what their goal was for the day. We don't know what the earnings are, but experience does wonders. All we saw when we saw this news was 1, 2, and 3 pieces of news that had come out, and based on your experience, you have to wonder and be like, why would a company release 3 separate PRs on the same day? And uh, I mean, they must be wanting to do something with their stock. So we actually had about 30 seconds to think about what we wanted to do, and that's basically what we did here. This thing, it won't show in the 1 minute here, but since we were watching it and we remember what happened, this thing went from basically the gap up open price of 359 to about 383, went up to around 420, came back to 383. When it came back to 383, we put in a market buy order. So that means no limit. It says whatever the price is, we're willing to pay it. Just get us in. It got us in at the $4 mark exactly. So the first thing was that this thing was halted, and when it was halted, we went and we got a chance to go and look at the daily chart, and the daily chart basically told you that there's resistance between 550 and $6. So we basically sold the stock at 570, half of our stock at 570, and the rest we had a stop loss at $5. So when it came back down to $5, it automatically sold for us. So 570 is roughly about here. And again, this is just going based on the technicals, and looking at the fact that the resistance is between 550 and $6, and 570 just seemed to be the number when we were looking to sell. Again, we didn't trade 100,000 shares of this. We had just $1,000 worth, and we don't risk more than $1,000 worth in a stock where we don't know. What we just don't want happening is to miss a stock that goes up 100 or 2 or 3 or 100%, just because we were too afraid to invest in it. If you invest 1,000, normally you make money, and the next time it gives you confidence to actually just go in without having to hesitate. And that's pretty much that. The next trade that we have here is EBIO. This stock we originally alerted way back in April at the 40 cent mark. It was on this day here. We got in, and it was just the most fabulous stock to trade. It didn't give us any headaches. Everything was moving just as planned, and it just kept on going and going. So our first sale for the stock was unfortunately at $1.10, after the buy at 40 cents, and because we were so content with the fact that we had made a nice profit on it, we didn't care about what it did in the future there. We were going based on the fact that um, you know, the high over here was roughly $1.12, and we said, hey, you know what, anything in that area, we're good, and we basically sold it right there, and we missed this massive move here, but we were happy because we got in at a lower price. So as of today, we alerted this to our members at 142. The stock went up here, and then there was a pullback, and on the pullback roughly around 142, we alerted this to our members. Most of our members got in, and most of our members were out in the twos. We didn't wait for this whole mess down here. We sold half at 171 and the other around the $2 mark. Why 171, you say? We went down here and we said, you know, what's the high on this candlestick here? And it was 171. And you'll probably end up seeing here 171 was pretty much right there. And it had to break through that in order for that massive move higher up. So we were happy with what we did today. There are a couple of stocks that we are in, and it didn't work out too well. We were into MDVX, I believe is the one. And yes, it is. So this one kind of, you know, just caught us. It wasn't the prettiest chart. We shouldn't have gotten in, but we were on a high from the previous trades of the day. We were kind of excited, and we said, hey, you know what? If we can make some more without having to risk a lot and possibly you know, lose a massive amount, then why not? We saw this stock, and what we saw was the average volume is 15,000, and when we saw this, it was sitting at around 350 or 400,000 shares had been already traded. So we said, you know what, there's a chance of this breaking out. And again, we were in right at the break around the 172 mark. We alerted this out, and it didn't do exactly as we planned. But we're still holding it. We're still confident, and let's see where it possibly takes us. If you look at the daily chart, it's not the end of the world. It looks half decent. There's a chance that it could possibly move higher, and let's see where it possibly takes us. So we appreciate you stopping by to watch this video. We keep on saying thank you, and we never give anything in return. What we would like to do for you is, if you wanted to sign up, you could watch, you could go to our checkout page, and when you get out to the checkout page, or even the pricing page, whatever, whichever one's easier for yourself, you go to the pricing page and you look at the 3-month membership here. When you get in, if you decide to join, if you get in, where it asks for discount codes, what you can do is type in code can't refuse. And what we mean by that is you put in CNTREFUSE, and you apply that, and what it will do for you is, instead of charging you $297 for 3 months, it will charge you just $149 for 3 months, and that's that. So that's our way of saying thanks for watching our videos, because every time you view our video, it does give us another view, and it makes it look like that we're actually doing something good. We appreciate it. That's basically our way of saying thank you. So I'll say it again. Thank you very much, and wish you the best of luck. Have a nice day.